The head of an NHS trust at the centre of scores of allegations of poor maternity care says he won't be resigning. His comments come as a former nurse tells the BBC that problems on maternity units have not been properly addressed for almost 2 decades. The chief executive of the trust, Simon Wright, says he has a difficult job to do and has apologised to any families who've been failed over the past 2 decades. From the beginning, Michael Buchanan's report does contain some distressing details.
Forceps used, the baby comes out, there's no cry. And I thought, oh, I know she's dead. I know. 17, 20.
Julie Hughes' daughter should be 16 today, but memories and medical records are all that remain. She says staff failed to spot baby Alicia was in distress.
I can remember saying to the lady who's got the little pig badge, I'm sorry, I can't do that. She's dead, leave her. No. And these people around her, trying to recover her. 20 minutes they worked on her and I said, please leave her alone. And that was it, no more. I held her, said goodbye, and went home empty-handed.
Her daughter's birth was brutal, a forceps delivery that left Julie needing reconstructive surgery. She says no investigation was carried out into what happened to her baby or to her.
Yeah, much earlier on.
This former nurse, who wishes to remain anonymous, spent more than a decade in the maternity unit at the trust. She says mistakes were rarely investigated properly.
When I was there, I don't think they learnt from it. I think it was a case of we'll dot the I's, cross the T's, and we cross our fingers that it doesn't happen again.
If you don't learn, you risk repeating errors. Eva is 3, happy and healthy. But her mother, Andrea, is anything but. Her daughter's forceps delivery left her with an open wound for 9 months and ongoing incontinence problems. She's had 2 major surgeries, may need more, and now suffers from depression.
It's just totally changed our life as a family. You know, my daughter's okay and I'm grateful for that. But, you know, we haven't had any more children. I feel upset the fact that I'm perhaps not the only person that this has happened to.
More than 100 allegations of maternity errors over nearly 20 years are currently being investigated by an independent review. It's all adding to pressure on the Trust's chief executive.
Are you out to your depth, Mr. Wright?
He refused our several interview requests, so we went to see him.
Are you out to your depth, Mr. Wright?
No, not at all. Not at all. I've got a difficult job to do and I intend to see that job through. But I want to take the opportunity once again to say that for any parent, any mother who's had any issues to do with their mums, please come and talk to the organisation. We want to be able to make sure that we're taking that learning on board, and we're deeply sorry for any harm that has occurred to any baby in our organisation over the last 20 years.
As well as historical problems, NHS inspectors have concerns about current maternity services, though the Trust insists its care is safe. For those who've been failed before, they certainly hope care now has improved. Michael Buchanan, BBC News.